Dave Ramsey has been an influence on millions of people, primarily with his radio show, podcast, and YouTube channel. By following his advice, many regular people earning average incomes have been able to become multi-millionaires. Dave Ramsey is known for his beliefs like debt is dumb, cash is king, and he thinks 12% annual investment returns are achievable. Is Dave Ramsey's most popular advice still useful in today's day and age, or is it outdated? Take a look at Dave Ramsey's most popular advice when it comes to money and see if it's reasonable for the average person who's trying to build wealth. Watch to the end because some of this advice will be hard for you to take seriously. My name is Chris and I help teach people about money, personal finance, and investing. If you're interested in improving your financial future, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if this video is helpful. Cut up your credit cards. Instead of racking up credit card debt and falling into the never-ending debt cycle, cut up every single one of your credit cards and never plan on using them ever again. Don't use them even if you pay off the balance every single month. Don't use them to gain rewards and cash back. Don't use them to maintain your credit score. Don't even use them for renting a car. Studies show that consumers are likely to spend more money when they make purchases on credit. When the bill comes due, you have the option to either pay it off, or if you don't have the money, you can just make small monthly payments over time, but the interest you'll end up paying will be outrageous. Even though credit cards do come with some benefits, Dave Ramsey recommends not using them at all. Don't borrow money. Debt is dumb and cash is king. In a society where high amounts of debt is considered normal, Dave Ramsey recommends not using debt at all, except for buying a new home. Even if you can buy a car with a 0% interest rate, you should pay cash so that you own the car outright, because borrowing money increases risk. This mentality came from Dave Ramsey's past when he quickly became wealthy in real estate. Back in the 1980s, when Dave Ramsey was in his 20s, he became a millionaire very quickly, and he was earning $250,000 per year. He controlled over $4 million in real estate, which was a lot considering property prices at the time. However, he was highly leveraged, creating a recipe for disaster. The bank called his loans, giving him a deadline in the near future, in which he needed to repay all of his debts, causing him to go broke nearly overnight. His net worth is now over $200 million, and he doesn't have $1 of debt. Pay off debt using the debt snowball. The debt snowball is a debt payoff strategy that Dave Ramsey prefers, even though it's more emotional than mathematical. Using the debt snowball means you list your debts in order from smallest dollar amount to the largest dollar amount. Make extra payments on the smallest debts, like credit cards, and work your way up to the largest debts, like a mortgage. This strategy doesn't consider interest rates at all, unlike another popular strategy, the debt avalanche. The debt avalanche consists of listing debts from largest interest rate to smallest interest rate. With the debt avalanche, the idea is that you'll be saving on interest. Dave Ramsey isn't concerned with the interest rates because he believes that the debt snowball is better psychologically because the total number of debts you have will be reduced faster. Never buy a new car. Well, at least until you're a millionaire. Then it's okay as long as you pay cash and it's only a very small percentage of your net worth. New cars typically lose value at a much faster rate than used cars, which can counteract financial progress. Adding to this recommendation of not overspending on a new car, Dave Ramsey says that the total value of all the vehicles you own should never be more than half of your annual income. This is just another way of ensuring you're not overspending on vehicles and losing all of your money to depreciation. Put simply, you don't want all of your vehicles losing value faster than you can earn money and make financial progress. The average millionaire drives a 4-year-old car with 41,000 miles on it, and 8 out of 10 of them buy their cars in cash. So don't feel like you need to buy a brand new one before you've established yourself financially. Forget your credit score. This is a little backwards to the advice of opening a credit card as soon as you turn 18 so you can build up your credit. Having excellent credit means you're more likely to qualify for loans and your interest rates will be more attractive. But Dave Ramsey claims you don't need a credit score at all. Buying a car? Your credit score doesn't matter because you're going to be paying cash. Getting a mortgage? You still don't need a credit score. You just need to find a no-credit mortgage lender who uses a process called manual underwriting. Instead of looking at your credit score, manual underwriting looks at payment history on your costs such as rent, utility bills, insurance, and other bills. Live like no one else. Live like no one else now so that later you can live like no one else. In other words, be frugal, Make smart money moves and plan now so that in the future you'll be debt-free and have money set aside to live comfortably. When you decide to live like no one else, you're essentially deciding to put your money to work for you instead of the other way around and becoming a slave to debt and bills. Instead of being broke due to overspending and having a long list of debt payments, you can pile that money into investments that will grow and provide income for you to buy and do the things you wish to in the future. Don't shoot the goose. The main idea of retiring on portfolio income is not depleting the value of the investment. Don't shoot the goose that's laying the egg. A 4% withdrawal rate is widely accepted as a safe withdrawal rate, but Dave Ramsey believes you can withdraw more than that. For example, if your investments average 12% per year, which he believes is reasonable, you can safely withdraw 8% per year. He has also said on his radio show that if your portfolio earns a 10% return, you can withdraw 10% per year. It's important to remember that even if your portfolio remains the same dollar amount each year after withdrawing your retirement income, its value will decrease due to inflation. For example, the purchasing power of $1 million will be halved every 18 years, assuming a 4% inflation rate. Invest in mutual funds. Dave Ramsey recommends investing in growth stock mutual funds inside a 401k or IRA. He suggests splitting your money equally across 4 different variations of these growth stock mutual funds, including growth and income, growth, aggressive growth, and international. Dave Ramsey doesn't recommend putting money in bonds, annuities, CDs, single stocks, or REITs, but instead suggests keeping everything in the mutual funds mentioned. Despite ETF and index funds that track the market being offered at lower costs than traditional mutual funds, which are generally actively managed, Dave Ramsey does not recommend them. Others argue that the higher expenses associated with mutual funds will negate any investment outperformance. According to NerdWallet, the average expense ratio for a mutual fund is 0.82% compared to just 0.09% for index funds. That equates to $8,200 per year versus just $900 per year in fees on $1 million investment. Buy a home that costs no more than 25% of your take-home pay. When buying a home, it's important to be conservative and not spend more than your budget can comfortably handle. Most will agree with that mentality. Housing is the biggest expense for the average household, so if you're going to be frugal anywhere, this is where you should do it. Dave Ramsey recommends buying a home with at least 10 to 20% down and only using a 15-year mortgage, so it won't take 3 decades to own it free and clear. Limit your payment, which includes principal and interest, taxes, insurance, and an HOA fee if you have it, to 25% of your take-home income, or income after taxes. The median household income in the United States in 2021 was about $71,000, so assuming an income tax rate of 15%, this means a take-home pay of about $5,000 per month. This allows for a house payment of no more than $1,250. With a 20% down payment, today's interest rates, and average property taxes and insurance, this equates to a purchase price of about $140,000. Much less than the average home price of about $350,000. Dave Ramsey has some excellent money advice for the masses, and it has helped countless people take control of their finances by not overspending, getting out of debt, and investing. Not everyone agrees with everything Dave Ramsey has to say, and some of his ideas could be changed to work best for you personally. You don't need to love every piece of his advice to benefit. Simply take the pieces of advice that work best for you.